This is episode 63. I am so happy that you're here and thank you for joining my show, your coach, Helen Yuskovic. I am on a worldwide mission to help people get confident in putting themselves first because I used to put myself second my whole life. And because of that, I experienced every unhealthy relationship possible. An unhealthy relationship with myself, my health, my wealth, my intimate relationships, my family, my friends, and my career. I'm now living in an abundance that I used to just dream about. So I want to pave the way for you too. It's time, guys. It's time that you live in the life of your dreams as well. So let's take a step towards that right now. P.S. Subscribe to my podcast on your app now so that you always tune in to my new episodes. Hello, beautiful people. Today's Start Your Day Right show is all about quality time in your relationship. And I will break it down to long distance relationships, living together, and also living together and having kids in the same house as well. The first step, if you are living together without kids, is this sounds really counterintuitive, but don't be spending every minute of the day together. You really need to find time to have your independence and to have your partner miss you in some way. The things that you can do is to go for solo walks. You can also create some personal space by wearing your headphones if you are doing your own type of work, and even hanging out in different areas of your space. The other thing that you can do is to make it really clear on when quality time together is. Now, this is something that people don't prioritize, and it really must become a priority because relationships don't become the best ever without any effort. You do need to put effort into your relationship. And I want you to get out of that thinking of relationships don't require any effort. Once you stop putting effort into your relationship, just like anything, like your body, for example, if you stop putting effort into exercise and eating well, it goes south. And that's exactly what will happen to your relationship. So take pride in your relationship. And you can pick any number of things to do together. Talk about it beforehand and make sure that you're both in agreement that this is how you want to be spending mindful, intentional time together. What can you do to spend quality time together in quarantine? Well, you can do some of these things. You can cook a meal together. You can read together. Pick a book, read a chapter, he reads a chapter, and discuss the chapter. So amazing. Sit down together without screens. Like, have a chat. Make your wine and cheese platter, if you will, and just sit down and have a chat. Like when you first met, how good were those D&Ms? Go for walks together. Hold hands, if you like. Go for a walk together and have a chat. Please try to ignore your phone. Also, you can do things like playing games together or doing a puzzle together. I will also say quality time. You can also spend some time in the bedroom with each other. Feel free to schedule that in if it's not happening regularly. Trust me, it's really good for your mental state, having a really great sex life. Now, what about if you have children in the house? That's a tough one, isn't it? I highly recommend that you schedule alone time with your partner. So couples who schedule alone time together are actually able to turn toward each other more often because there's fewer distractions. They've actually done some studies where they found that couples who divorced an average of 6 years after their wedding turned toward each other 33% of the time, whereas couples who were together after 6 years turned towards each other 86% of the time. That's a huge difference. Like what I was saying before, put in that effort. So as you saw the statistics, only 33% were putting in that effort for those people that got divorced. Whereas the people that stayed together after 6 years was nearly 90% of people putting in effort. It's huge. Something else you can do is build your connection with each other in the tiny moments. You know, the little moments that you might take for granted if you were ever to be without your partner. What are those little moments that you can savor and build more connection in? Express some interest in your partner and what they're doing. Genuine interest. This sort of interest in your partner can actually lead to deeper levels of both emotional and sexual connection and strengthen your marriage or your long-term relationship, whatever it is that you're in. Also, spend quality time as a family. This one is really cool. Ask your children what spending quality time together as a family means to them. You might be surprised by their answers. And if you do this experiment, can you tell me what they say? I love what children respond with. So plan some special events with your kids when possible on a regular basis so that everyone in the family feels nurtured. Also, let your kids know that you value your role as a partner and as a parent. So by doing this, you actually become such a positive role model for a healthy family relationship, and you show your children that your partnership is sacred. You don't have to choose between being a good parent or being a good partner. You can be both. You can have a beautiful balance. Working together to find that right balance will pay off in the long run for you, your marriage, and your family. If you have a long distance relationship, how do you spend quality time together? Or if you're living apart and if you're in lockdown and one of you is on one side of the state and the other one of you is on the other side of the state, prioritize your video calls. What better way to spend quality time with someone other than just staring at their face? It sounds funny, but it is really nice to see your partner's smiling face. Video chats are so beneficial for a long distance relationship. It really allows you to build some trust with your partner by being able to see them in their everyday environment and living their day-to-day life. Video chats are also a great way to really get to know your partner. You can have point number 2, date nights with your video phone. So schedule those date nights. It's such a nice way to feel that you are connected and that you are having dinner together. Just like how now, as a coach, we're doing everything on Zoom. This is what has to happen when you are long distance. Find creative ways to stay connected with your quality time. Something else that you can do is have your video phones on and cook a meal together. So this is pretty fun to do, and you just have to make sure that you guys both go shopping for all the ingredients, turn on your phones and do it at the same time. Such a fun way to cook and to connect with your partner. And also something else that you guys can do is read the same book together if your partner's into reading, if you're into reading, or, doing something like that simultaneously. Take some online quizzes. Something really cool is the 5 love languages quiz. And you guys should do that together and discuss your answers together. Really important to get clear on your love languages so that you can understand what's important. Because if you're apart and long distance and one of your love languages is physical touch, you must find a way to make your partner feel loved when they're not experiencing physical touch. Take your partner for a walk with you while you're on the video phone or while you've got your headphones in your ears. And both of you go for a walk together. So you can see that if you have long distance, it's really important to schedule time to do things together so that it feels like you are together. Something really funny to do as well, if you like TV, is to watch a TV series together. And at least that way you have something cool to talk about. Don't forget the importance of sending texts throughout the day, making sure that your partner feels supported and thought about. It's really important to show up for your partner each day, especially if you are long distance and you're not close to each other. Imagine receiving a text message every day from your partner saying, "You are the most beautiful person in the world to me." Oh, how amazing. I swear I can't wait to love the hell out of someone very soon. Write letters to each other. How cool would it be to receive a love letter from your partner? This is really cool. You can also put something exciting in the letter that will remind them of you. These tiny little gestures can mean so much to someone. And also, when you can, definitely plan a meetup, and at least that way you have that to look forward to as well. Long distance and sex. Now that's a little bit tricky, isn't it? Great way to have any sort of sexual connection when you are long distance is again to use your video phone. Feel free to send sexy texts, sexy pictures, have it on the video chat while you guys have some fun together over the screen, and just build up the heat for what it's going to be like when you two actually see each other. If physical touch and sex is something that one of the partners really loves, send a sexy text every day and then get them excited and riled up to see you as soon as is possible. If you have any other tips, feel free to let me know in my Instagram post, and I will definitely be doing more relationships, Start Your Day Right podcasts on different love languages. I hope this podcast gave you a little bit of insight into how to spend more quality time with your partner. But that's all from me for now, guys. Love on. Thank you times infinity for spending time with me. It really means a lot. Putting yourself first will really help escalate your goals, your dreams, and I love being on the journey with you. So make sure you come and tell me on my Instagram at Whole Health, which is HOL_health, and comment below this podcast photo to share your thoughts on my show today. And if you enjoyed it, please leave me a 5-star review on iTunes or Spotify so that I can keep bringing amazing value to you. I'm sending you truckloads of love, power, and joy. Bye for now.